A lot of parents are digging deeper and deeper into their pockets to send their kids to summer camp this year. The American Camp Association says that the average cost of a day camp is now around $87 a day. That adds up to more than $1,600 a month. It can vary across the nation, but it is a whole lot of money. We're talking rent-like money. Nancy Chen talked to one parent who is feeling that pinch and also got some tips on how you can hopefully cut your costs.
These kind of juices for moms.
Thank you.
With spring break now behind New Jersey mom Jamie Adursky, the countdown is on for summer.
Come sit over here.
When you hear summer's coming up, you think,
buckle up. I don't think fun.
The copywriter who relies on camp for childcare made this popular TikTok.
How much is camp? Oh, that's $5,000. $5,000?
After struggling with how to get into, much less afford, summer programs for her two kids, ages 4 and 8.
What are we going to do today?
Adursky says even costs for her neighborhood rec center have become too pricey, jumping at least 10% each summer the past few years, with spots snatched up as early as January.
It's something that's kept me up at night thinking about, well, what am I going to do with my kids for the summer? And I've kind of cobbled together a plan, but it's still not enough.
Why is it so competitive to get into day camp these days?
Families that were not engaged in camp before the pandemic are now interested in camp for their children. Every parent realizes now how important it is that kids have a summer learning program.
Tom Rosenberg heads the American Camp Association, a nonprofit representing about 15,000 camps in the U.S. He says prices are set a year out.
How much have costs gone up for camp?
Many industries are impacted by inflation, and camp is no exception. Every cost of business that camps have across the board really have gone up substantially.
Rosenberg says it's worth parents asking about financial aid, which many camps provide, along with payment plans. Civic organizations also sometimes offer scholarships. And don't forget the Child Independent Care Tax Credit, which could offset up to $3,000 of summer camp costs per child. This year, Adursky says she's enrolling her son in a science camp, but keeping it mostly to half days, spread throughout the summer.
Seeing him come home and being excited about something and learning something new, that is, of course, the ultimate goal for any parent. Camp can be a huge part of that experience. I just wish that there were more options available for everybody.
if you're finding it difficult to land a spot in a camp right now, don't despair, because there are always spots that unexpectedly open up as things change. So just stay in touch with camp organizers. The American Camp Association also has a great online tool to find a program near you. Just keep in mind, time is of the essence at this point. I know summer still seems like a little bit away, but it's coming up fast.
It comes up quick. I've been on it since December. But this is a really big deal because there's not only the child care component of it, parents have to work. This is how you have two classes of people growing up. You know, half of them are shooting arrows and finger painting and canoes.
Riding horses, right.
And the other half are, because their parents don't have the cash, sitting at home, no enrichment, watching a lot of screens, and you have different outcomes for those groups. And that's a tragedy.
Yeah.
And there are people who have to walk away from their jobs part-time because of this, this dilemma.
Yeah. All right, Nancy, thank you very much.
But the kids have a good time.
The kids who get to go have a great old time.
They cost you an arm, a leg, and a spleen,
really fun.
but the kids have a good time.
Parents don't have a good
cost
time
you a little
making that
bit.
money,
Yes.
yeah.